Steward your giftings for yourself. Don't put it in for nobody else. So when you get older, you don't have to look back and have regrets. And even if you do have regrets, God can erase all of that. Forget about it. When you in Him, it's a fresh start. So this is what you do. You go in your prayer closet and you ask Him and tell Him about the giftings you have and what you want to do, and do it, and stop being scared to do it. Hey y'all, it's your girl Emma. Welcome back to my channel. Today's topic is divine compensation for I want to be paid for just being me. Let's start with a question. How many of you guys have been spoken down to and spoken down to? How many of you guys has been had people around you that had very disrespectful comments towards you, gaslighting you, undermining you, maybe because you're young? I'm 27 years old, and of course, anybody in this world had that happen to them. I had that happen to me. Of course, all your life, you're gonna meet people. But I want to speak on recently. 2 weeks ago, I had some craziness that happened to me that I said never again. So I don't know if you ever watched my last video, but I'm a college student. I'm a graduate student in the architecture program. And I am very active in my field. No, I don't work, but I do go to a lot of events. I like to show face because I really do care about my career. And I'm not talking about my career and working for somebody, my career of who I'm going to become outside of what people tell me what the things that I should follow, like climbing the corporate ladder. I don't want to climb the corporate ladder. So recently when I was at an event, I'm around a bunch of women in the field of construction, and most of these women are very boastful, prideful. They think that their job is their identity. They think that their project manager or executive position or founder of a company is their identity. And I'm a college student, and I'm 27 years old, about to complete my master's. So in the architecture program, architecture is 3 years master's degree, it's not 2 years. And one lady was walking beside me, and she said, she knew that I was a college student, but like I said, these people are prideful and boastful and disrespectful. They're not professional. They think that their titles is their identity. So they walk up to people and it's not a normal approach. She walked up to me and said something disrespectful. She said, you're a college student and you don't have a job. That's what she said. And she called herself trying to undermine me in front of other professionals. And I didn't snap at her. I looked at her like a professional, and I said, what that has to do with anything? I have creative content. Just because I don't work for anybody, that doesn't mean I'm less valuable. And she didn't like what I said, because what I said and what she saw a woman with a strong backbone. And what that means is that she saw a woman, me, someone that doesn't need validation from people. And this is the topic of why I said, if you saw my video short about divine compensation and being paid for being me, I came up with that because of what I was going through. I was tired of people, trying to talk down to me because I'm 27 years old. What's that has to do with anything? I've seen a lot of people nowadays, they think that age is like one up on somebody else. That don't make any sense. I've seen a lot of things that's been backwards. A lot of people think because they older than you, they smarter because they've been in corporate America for a long time and they got a title, they're smarter. They're all in this delusion. They're in a delusion. Somebody gaslit them. Somebody must have abused them emotionally, spiritually on the job. And And I say that because look at the obvious signs. Who approaches somebody else to say things out of the ass and they don't even know them? So I got sick and tired of, just the undermining and just the disrespectful remarks, you know? And I threw my hands up and I said, you know what? When I went home, I said to myself, when I graduate from college, I will never, ever, ever, ever work for somebody, because I don't want to put myself amongst people that I know that I'm better than. And not because I look down on people or I'm trying to do this tit for tat thing. It's called I'm better than them in the spirit. Do you know that you could be better than someone else in the spirit when you're level-headed? When you don't walk outside and look for drama or start drama with people you don't know? That's called being better than someone else. See, where wealth starts with being able to have your emotions stable, then the finances. And I just wanted to talk to you guys to relate to this, because I hope you guys relate to this. Of course you will. I just woke up and I said, I would never ever work for somebody. I don't want to be amongst people that I know that I'm better than, that I know that I will surpass in the next couple of years, that I will surpass them financially and everything that you can imagine. You know what I'm saying? And I said, these are people that are walking around and they don't have anything in life. They think that they have things. They in positions, like I tell you, they're in positions and they're trying to gatekeep, trying to make people, trying to tell people who could come in, who can't come in. And I saw things for what it is. And don't get me wrong, I always see a lot of things. I've been seeing these things even when I was way, way younger. I've been seeing these things, but being able to name these things is a different story, which adds a cap to your clarity. And this is what I want to talk to you guys about. You know what I mean? Have you ever been on your breaking point where you say enough is enough? I'm done with my job. I'm done with that person at work that I know that's always trying to fuck with my head, fuck with my mental state. You know what I mean? You got people like that on the job, not doing work, not building, not shedding light on people. They're just trying to gaslight, manipulate, control, break people down. And when I woke up, I said, I don't want to be a part of this. I don't want to be a part of this. Nor do I desire to be a participant in any of these things. You know what I mean? I'm an uplifter. And everything that I say about Christ, Jesus Christ, I am the truth of that. I had never been a church girl, but I saw God for myself. And I want to make that clear too. I saw God for myself. And I keep him close because it's like, you know what I mean? He's your extra eye. Anything that you don't see, he sees. He's watching over. And this is the message today. It's just that, guys, think about a point when you were sick and tired of somebody undermining you, talking down to you, saying things, and these are people you don't know. They come in way left field. And I'm asking you to hold on to Christ, go in your prayer closet, talk to him about what you want to do. So and talk about your giftings, anything that you know that God put inside of you, talk about your giftings to him, and talk about how you could contribute to put back into yourself. And I already been at my breaking point. I just wanted to go outside to get some fresh air. And I went to an event 2 weeks ago and stuff, and I just kept seeing things for what it is. Like, I don't want to be around these people, these fake people with their fake hierarchies and their fake titles and their fake status and their fake they built a fake line. They just want everybody to get in the line to just be just to come out just like them, broke, busted, disgusted, and running around thinking that their title is their identity. Absolutely not. That's fake. And I want to let you know, guys, that anybody on your job that ever spoke down to you, get the hell out of there. Get the hell out of there. I'm telling you, God is probably causing that so you could find yourself in the situation to make a better situation for yourself. That's why I like doing what I do, because no one could ever stop me when I put my mind to something. And that's the same attitude that you guys should have. And stay tuned, because there's next there I'm gonna have more videos on financial literacy and how to do it. You're gonna see me on the whiteboard, and I'm gonna write things out for you guys so you guys can multiply finances for yourself without needing a job. And this is what I'm talking about: divine compensation. Figuring out what your giftings is, going in your prayer closet about what your gifting is, and then telling God, how can I make money on these giftings that I have? Steward your giftings for yourself. Don't put it in for nobody else. So when you get older, you don't have to look back and have regrets. And even if you do have regrets, God can erase all of that. Forget about it. When you in Him, it's a fresh start. So this is what you do. You go in your prayer closet and you ask Him and tell Him about the giftings you have and what you want to do, and do it, and stop being scared to do it. I've never been scared. Have I been wary? I've been wary, but I've never been scared. And I think every time when I was going through a situation or some level of disrespect that came left field, it pushed me to my destiny. So when you go outside and you take disrespect, and you go through disrespect by somebody that you don't know, or you going about your way, let that be your fuel to push you to your destiny. That's all I gotta say.